Hello po sa ating mga second year St. Vincent College of Cabuyao IT students. So ito po ang ating pre-finals lecture 1 aking ire-record as video lecture. So ang ating topic ay structured design, which has the aim of structured design to transform the results of the structured analysis. Ang best example po niya ay DFD representation and also a structure chart. And it also has procedural aspects which may not be presented in structure chart. So the basic element of structure chart is a module which has an input and output and function, and also mechanics and internal data. So building blocks natin ng structured charts, rectangular boxes, module invocation arrows, data flow arrows, and library modules. And the basic building blocks of structure chart is selection and repetition. So the connection between modules is, first one is connection, ibig sabihin you are calling. Tapos yung pangalawa naman, you are called. So in showing data and information, we either get or we either find. So the flag is going from and data is going from, tapos flag is going from and data is going from. So difference between data and flags, ito po yan. And also iteration and decision on a structure chart. Ito din po, ang best example niya. So panote na lang po nito. So ito pa naman ay medyo complex example ng structure chart. So pa-take note na lang din. So ano po ang difference ng flowchart at saka structure chart? So ang flowchart is a convenient way to represent the flow of a control in a program, while a structure chart differs from a flowchart with three ways. First one is uh, yung difficult to identify the modules ng software, nilalagay po dito. Tapos data interchange at saka sequential ordering of tasks. So what is pseudocoding? It is a combination of algorithm written in simple language and programming language statements. So bali, ito yung paper coding natin na hindi naglalagay ng syntax. So wala tayong consideration sa syntax. Basta matapos nyo lang yung yung pagkaka code ninyo para maintindihan yung flow. Ganun po ang pseudocode. So ang notation usually ng pseudocode ay gumagamit ng if else, if then else, while, do, and end. So example natin ng ng pseudocoding. So ang ginagawa po ang example po nito ay yung minimum to maximum. So we have three numbers na input. Tapos yung input values ay ino-note ng pseudocode ninyo or ng program ninyo, ng algorithm kung alin yung pinakamalaki, alin yung pinakamaliit. Tapos yung hindi po ma-output, yun yung nasa gitna. So advantages of pseudocode. So first one is converting a pseudocode to a programming language is much easier. And compared to flowchart, it is easier to modify the pseudocode of program logic. So writing of pseudocode involves much less time tsaka effort. And also it is easier to write than writing a program in a programming language. Kasi nga, ang hinahabol mo yung flow at saka yung concept niya. So disadvantages naman, there is no representation of program logic pag pseudocode. Tapos there is no standard rule to follow kasi halimbawa, ako nasanay ng C++, ikaw nasanay ng Java. So chances are magkaiba yung style natin ng paggawa ng pseudocode. Tapos with regards sa beginners, mas mahirap siyang gawin compared sa flowcharting. So next natin na topic is effective modular design. So we have uh, consistency niya, cohesion at saka coupling. So ang cohesion po, ito po yung mga uh, ang mga way para explain ng cohesion. And types of cohesion natin, yung first one is functional cohesion, sequential cohesion, communicational cohesion, procedural cohesion, and temporal, logical, and coincidental cohesion. So, patake note na lang po, baka lumabas sa ating next quiz. So, coupling naman, so it is the measure of the degree of the interdependence between modules, and it is characterized by control between those modules. So, ang modules in coupling, so first one is highly coupled, next is loosely coupled, third uncoupled, and the types of coupling is data coupling, so first one, second is stamp coupling, third is control coupling, four is external coupling, and five is common coupling. So, six naman natin is content coupling. So, software design strategies naman natin ay meron dalawa, top-down at saka bottom-up. So, ang top-down natin, top-down strategy natin ay informal design strategy para yung isang malaking problem magiging maliliit na problem. Pag naman po bottom-up design strategy, ang approach naman niya ay kayo sa baba hanggang makarating kayo sa taas. So basically, dinedebug nyo unti-unti hanggang matapos nyo lahat ng mga may mali. Ganun siya. So basically, ang approach pag bottom-up kapag hindi clear ang ating objectives. So next naman natin na topic ay function-oriented design. So this is an approach to software design where the design is decomposed into a set of interacting units where each unit has a clearly defined function. Tapos in it, the design can be represented graphically or mathematically by the following. So data flow diagrams, data dictionaries, structure charts, and pseudocodes. So ang difference natin between functional-oriented and object-oriented are the following. So basic abstractions nung functional ay world functions, while dun sa object-oriented ay data abstractions naman. Tapos state information is available na centralized sa functional. State information exists in a data distributed and several objects sa system kapag object-oriented. Functions are grouped together by a higher level function sa functional. Tapos sa object-oriented naman, functions are grouped together on the basis of the data they operate on. Tapos for natin, it orients on functions. Yung object-oriented, object orients on objects. Tapos last natin, to get data, nagpa-process siya. Tapos magre-return ng result. Tapos sa object naman, yung data ay merong methods ng pagpa-process niya. Okay po. So, guys, this will conclude our lecture 1. So, medyo ano siya, medyo ah inano natin, sinamarize natin. So, I am giving you the liberty of just going back to the lecture para ma-gets nyo siya lalo or mayroon kayong hindi maintindihan. So, I hope to see you again sa ating next video lecture. Thank you.